Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time of year again, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost playoff time. In fact, it should be Saturday starting at 1:15, and it will be the Colts taking on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. I'm not sure if they will have fans in the stands. From what I was told, I know Governor Cuomo here in New York said that there will be about 6,700 fans. Now, I'm not going to be too sure about that, the way that this pandemic is spreading. I mean, I don't think that would be a very wise move, but that was the plan, at least at the beginning, before this second strain took off. And in fact, in upstate New York, they did find a person with the new strain from London. But I'm not sure how that's going to affect the original plan of 6,700 fans being allowed to be in Buffalo's stadium. But nevertheless, they will be playing this game at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday afternoon. Now, before I start with my NFL picks, my record this particular season was 117, 72, and 1, a winning percentage of 616. That's pretty good, but I hope to do much better in the playoffs. And last year I had a wonderful playoff. I only lost 2 games in the entire playoffs. And I actually picked the Super Bowl winner as well. Um, Obviously, that was the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, I will start with the first game in Saturday's afternoon's triple header, and that is Philip Rivers and the Colts going to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. Um, I am not a Philip Rivers fan, even though he played much better as the year got on. In the beginning, he looked like a shot quarterback, but once he got comfortable with the team, and in fact, the running game also got better once they started Jonathan Taylor, who has been a beast down the last month or so. The Colts have been clicking on all cylinders on offense. Their defense underwhelmed a bit, but they're a middle of the road defense. The Buffalo Bills, I am a Josh Allen fan, no question about it. Josh Allen has improved each and every year. He is definitely the face of the franchise. He definitely has clicked with Stephon Diggs. In fact, their whole receiving core got another boost having John Brown come in at the last couple of games. Their running game is solid, if not spectacular. Singletary's a pretty decent back. I mean, they have a running back by committee, but Singletary would be probably their number one back. Their defense wasn't as good as it was last year, but they are a very opportunistic defense. They play much better at home than they do on the road. Even though obviously because of the pandemic, the home field advantage is not what it used to be, but it's still something to play for nevertheless, and it does make a difference. Familiarity, of course, with the field and everything. And let's face it, it definitely comes into play here because the Colts are a fast track team. They like the dome. They play much faster, much better. But here, listen, to me, it all points to, and I know that Allen has not won a playoff game as of yet, but I do believe that is coming. And this team, to me, is poised. They could have a deep run. And I tell you what, this is a team nobody's going to want to play. They rush the passer pretty decent. Philip Rivers is a statue, no question about it. Josh Allen is the prototypical modern day NFL quarterback, even though I think he could play in any era. I'm big on the Buffalo Bills. I like them winning 34-24 over the Colts. The 440 game on Saturday is the LA Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. As of right now, not sure if Jared Goff is going to play or not. The kid who took over for him actually played pretty decent for him. Russell Wilson went from being the front runner in the MVP balloting to really being a distant third. Let's face it, it's going to be between Aaron Rodgers and, of course, Pat Mahomes. I would give it to Aaron Rodgers. He had less to work with, in my opinion. But Seattle is definitely they played much better defense down this last month of the season. Their running game is healthy now. Carson, Penny, and those guys are ready to run it. And of course, Russell Wilson's receivers. Hey, what's up, Ronald Williams? How's everything, man? Um, Russell Wilson's receivers, DJ Metcalf and friends, they have been outstanding. The Rams, they, you know what, they have been really a Jekyll and Hyde team all season. No problem. No, I mean, Goff, he's up and down. I'm not really a fan of his. Listen, I had enough of him after that fiasco of the Super Bowl against the Tom Brady-led New England Patriots. Um, Seattle obviously plays much better at home, always has. Oh, excuse me. I'm doing good. Don't be scared of the cough. I should have had some water with me. Aaron Donald's going to have to wreck the game, and he very well could wreck this game. I'm not really. I'm just not bullish on the rest of the team. Jalen Ramsey could also wreck the game. I mean, he played DJ Metcalf pretty good the last time. Listen, gun to my head. Hey, what's up? Long time, good brother. Yo, we have to link up, man, for real, man. Man, yo, man, you know what? When I'm over with this, yo, just hit me up later, man. We definitely have to talk, good brother. Um, I'm gonna have to go with the Seahawks and Russell Wilson. I don't trust whoever is at quarterback for the Rams. I don't care if Goff was playing. I would go with the Seahawks, and I'm going with them 27-20 over the Rams. Now I understand that Aaron Donald could wreck the game, but I like what Seattle has done over the past month, and the fact that they are at home, even though obviously, as I mentioned before, the home field advantage is not what it used to be, but it will be enough in this particular football game. Next up is my upset special of the week. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if you saw them last week against Atlanta, I mean, they were very dominant, especially in the first half of that game. They will go to Washington to take on the Washington football team. Listen, to me, they'll always be the Redskins, but hey, what do I know? Tom Brady has had trouble against this type of football team. This team's front four is among the best in the NFL. And a lot of people are going to talk about Chase Young. Rightfully so. Chase Young is a great defensive player. He has a chance. I don't want to use the LT comparison because there's only one LT. But he does have those physical gifts, and he has a passion for the game. I like Chase Young. I like the two defensive tackles. But the guy who's going to wreck this game, along with Chase Young, is the guy on the other end. That's Montez Sweat. That kid knows how to not only rush the passer, but he bats the ball down. He gets in the passing lanes. He is a disruptor on every level. That Washington defense is tough. Now, they cannot get into a track meet. I understand that. And the availability of Washington's running back is a big deal. And also their receiver has to be healthy. McLaren, who is a wonderful receiver. Now, Alex Smith is slated to play this football game. Alex Smith, all he has to do is manage the game. I don't expect Alex Smith to throw for 300 yards. I know, listen, if he has to throw multiple times, they're going to lose this game. But I do believe that Brady has not been a primetime player in this particular season. And I understand what he's done in the past. But that's the old Tom Brady. That's 07 Tom Brady. Now, he has thrown the ball down the field a lot over the past couple of weeks. But you cannot do that with this Washington pass rush. You can't do it. They're going to have to shorten the game. Ronald Jones is going to have to be a factor. Now, Brady can't take pressure up the middle, and obviously most quarterbacks can't, but especially Brady. especially at his advanced age. Listen, we seen him get shellacked by the Saints. We seen him get shellacked by the Chicago Bears. This Washington defense is better than both of those. This is my upset special of the weekend. Washington 27, Tampa Bay 24. Yeah, I said it. And when they lose this game, and there's going to be what happened to Tom Brady, why didn't they do this, that, and the third? Remember, I'm the guy who predicted this. And you'll thank me later if you take the points and the money. I'm just saying. So that is Saturday's games. Now Sunday's games, the Baltimore Ravens take on the Tennessee Titans. The Titans were sort of up and down over the last month. Now we know what they are. They are a dynamic running game. Derrick Henry, over 2,000 yards, a historic season. Their defense has not been as good as it was last season. Now, Lamar Jackson is the reigning MVP. He will not win the MVP this year. But Lamar Jackson is one of the hottest, if not the hottest quarterback coming down the stretch right now, whose name is not Aaron Rodgers. And let me tell you, Pat Mahomes has not looked great these last couple of weeks. I don't know if that's a harbinger of things to come. I have no idea. But Lamar Jackson and that offense is rolling. Now, I understand that they are a run-first team, and he's going to do just about as much with his legs as it is his arm, but Lamar Jackson has been more than dynamic. I understand his playoff woes. Now, last year was not really his fault. And let's face it, the Ravens' defense is not what it used to be, but they can get to the quarterback. And Ryan Tannehill, you cannot convince me that Ryan Tannehill is better than Lamar Jackson. He's not. Now, does he have better weapons around him? Listen, Derrick Henry is a generational stud player. He is. But that receiving core is up and down. Now, they do have a pretty good tight end in Jonathan Smith. He's a good player. But the Ravens have a much better, more dynamic offense. Their defense is so-so, but Marcus Peters is a wonderful corner. He is a shutdown type guy. And he's going to give A.J. Brown and those guys all they can muster. And I do believe their pass rush is better than Tennessee's. Tennessee cannot rush the passer. They do not fill the rush lanes well enough. And I think Lamar Jackson is going to have a big game. Baltimore 38, Titans 28 is how I see that game. Next up, the Chicago Bears go into New Orleans and take on the Saints. Mitch Trubisky was playing very good football at the end of this season. I have to be fair, and I've been dogging Mitch Trubisky, but he's played well. This New Orleans Saint team, it seems like something always happens during playoff time. Look at last year against Minnesota at home. Look at 2 years ago against Minnesota. Trubisky's hot with the Bears. And I don't think the Bears are a great team. And I do believe that, listen, this is the last hurrah either way for Drew Brees. And if Drew Brees starts out slow, I would not be shocked if they pull him and put it in Taysom Hill. But Drew Brees has played well over the last couple of weeks. I have to be fair on that. I don't know what the availability of Michael Thomas is going to be, or their great running back Alvin Kamara. I'm not sure about that. Khalil Mack has had a very quiet season this year. This has to be the game that Khalil Mack turns into Khalil Mack again. If he's not Khalil Mack, this could be an ugly game. Even if he is Khalil Mack and he plays well, it still could be an ugly game. The one thing about New Orleans, they do not have the same receiving core that they normally have. I do think in the beginning the Bears are going to keep it close, but listen, Mitch Trubisky versus Drew Brees, I'm not going to say it's a wash because it's not. If you're going head-to-head career-wise, it's obviously Brees. Right now, it's closer than people think. But this is the defining moment in Mitch Trubisky's career. I think that he'll play well, but not well enough. I do think the Saints defense will play well enough to win. I like the Saints here, 34-24 over the Chicago Bears. And that brings me to my final game. That is the Sunday night special where the Cleveland Browns, who beat the Steelers, listen, that wasn't the real Steelers. There were the backups, a lot of them. But now they have to go to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Now, I'm going to do that game separate. And everybody who has been a part of this channel knows that I'm a Steeler fan. Please be sure to hit the like button on the way out. I'm not going to give my prediction on this one. That one is going to be a separate video that I will do tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure you already know where I'm going with this. But those are my NFL wildcard picks for 2020. Please like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Uncle Claude signing out. Take care. God bless and stay safe, ladies and gentlemen.